Time. Careful.
Don't fall now, Angie.
Careful.
Who's that in that new dress? My goodness.
No, over here.
Dearly beloved family and friends, we are gathered here today in the presence of God and these witnesses to join Martin and Angelica in the bonds of matrimony, an institution considered to be honorable among all men, and therefore is not by any to be entered into unadvisedly or lightly, but rather reverently, discreetly, and solemnly. Into this holy estate these two persons present now come to be joined as one. Before you are joined in marriage in my presence, I am to remind you of the serious and binding nature of the relationship you are now about to enter into. This is the time that you have chosen to become a husband and wife. We are here not only to witness your commitment to each other, but to wish you every happiness in your future life together. Marriage is founded on sincerity and understanding, which leads to tolerance, confidence, and trust. We believe that those qualities which have attracted you both to each other can best be developed during a lifetime spent together. A happy marriage will enable you to establish a home with love and stability where your family and friends will always be welcome. Now, the bride and groom have asked me to thank all of their family and friends for being here today to share in this joyous and very important celebration, as well as those family members and friends who could not be here today. I would also ask that we remember as well those family members who are no longer with us, but share in the happiness and commitment that Martin and Angelica experienced today as we celebrate this very special event in their lives. The commitment that Martin and Angelica are about to enter into is a permanent contract, a bond which will create a new life together for them, a blending of families, a new beginning for each of them. The serious and solemn vow, which the bride and groom will take, is also a promise that they will respect and love one another, regardless of the obstacles which they may face during their marriage, accepting one another with all of their faults and all of their strengths, supporting and encouraging one another through both happy and difficult times. Now, before the couple take their wedding vows, I ask, who gives this woman to be wedded to this man? Thank you, Mr. Tweedy. Walter and Angelica, I would ask you to face each other and take one another's hands. At this time, I would ask the bride and groom to make the following vows to one another. Angelica, would you please repeat after me? In the presence of God, our family and friends. Family and friends.
Family and friends.
I, Angelica, take you, Martin,
I, Angelica, take you, Martin,
to be my lawfully wedded husband.
take you,
To be my lawfully wedded husband. To be my lawfully wedded husband.
to take you,
To Martin.
Martin,
To be my lawfully wedded husband.
to you, my
Lawfully
lawfully,
wedded husband.
was it husband?
To have
To have
and to hold
and to hold
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better
for better
or for worse,
or for worse,
for richer
for richer
and for poorer,
and for poorer,
in sickness
in sickness
and in health,
and in health,
to have and to cherish
to have and to cherish
from this day forward
from this day forward
until death do us part.
until death
Do us part.
do us part.
Martin, please repeat after me. In the presence of God,
In the presence of God,
our family and friends,
our family and friends,
I, Martin,
and Martin,
take you, Angelica, to be my lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold
to have and to hold
from this day forward,
this day forward,
for better or for worse, for richer and for poorer, in sickness and in health,
sickness and health,
to have and to cherish from this day forward
from this day forward,
until death do us part. At this time, I would ask the best man to give each party the respective ring. Martin, could you please place the ring on Angelica's finger and repeat after me. No, Martin first. That's it.
Oh.
You were doing it correct.
Yeah.
Martin, put it on Angelica's
Oh,
finger.
God.
Martin, please repeat after me. Angelica, with this ring, I thee wed.
be wed,
Take it and wear it as a symbol of all that we share.
symbol of all that we share.
Angelica, could you please place the ring on Martin's finger and
Yeah.
repeat after me. Martin,
Clear my throat.
Martin,
Martin,
with this ring,
with this ring,
I thee wed.
I thee wed.
Take it
Take it
and wear it as a symbol
and take it
And
as a
wear it?
symbol. Wear it as a symbol
of all that we share.
of all that we share.
As you have consented together to be bound to one another in lawful marriage, you have made special promises to each other, which have been symbolized by the joining of hands, the taking of vows, and the exchange of rings. By the power vested in me by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I now pronounce you to be lawfully wedded as husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Now introduce you to Mr. and Mrs. Martin Conroy.
Oh my God, there's so many people.
Proceed up, straight ahead out that way.
Alright, Stevie. Alright, Stevie.
Someone that's not nervous.
huh? How are you? That's right, Noreen, you tell him. Yeah, how are you?
It took 12 guys to pick them up.
Beautiful steel music is too bad more folks are not out.
They called midnight, but I think tell them that the service is no longer required.
That's Władysław and Christina Chomigi. Give them a big round of applause. Right, next we have the page in the room, Martin and Ellen Conroy. Right, next we have the maid of honor and the best man. That's Susan Gordon. Mr. and Mrs. Conroy.
Trying not to stare at the light that I first met you. You had me mesmerized, and 3 weeks later, the front porch light taking 45 minutes to kiss goodnight. I hadn't told you yet. I thought I
two groomsmen, Walter and Boggy. Could you make your way to the stage, please? That's Walter and Boggy. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hand you over to the best man, Stephen here. Give him a big round of applause.
Where's Bonnie? Look at the body once. Look at the body twice. 3 times. What do it mean to speak? Alright, it's nice to be in front of such a small crowd. I don't get to do this often. We can introduce both Angelica's older brothers and her best friend in more than 20 years, Susan Burns. They're out to be speaking tonight along with myself, his young Law Martin's middle brother, the neglected middle child. So, we'll get here talking. First speaker's going to be Angie's older brother, Bogdan Schmicky.
I know that I'm interrupting a great party that will be brief. Thank you very much, everybody, for the attention. For those that do not know me, I'm Boggy Chumiki, Angelica's older brother, much older. much older than Angelica and Walter. First, I would like to thank the wedding party for turning up sober. I really do appreciate that. We'll drink heavily in a moment. Wow, Angelica, you look absolutely stunning. Just like it seems like yesterday you were a baby, and I do remember those moments in 1980. Wow, you're no longer a baby now. Wow, you look great. Angelica, a few years ago, when you introduced Marty to me, one of the first things that you said, Marty's a great guy, he really likes me, he really loves me, and by the way, he's a Marine, so you should like him. You know something? You're absolutely right. Marty is a great guy. Oh boy, over the past couple of years, I got to know him. Marty, I love you, man. You're a great guy. Marty and Angelica, you guys actually have quite a bit in common. And I really applaud that. I really appreciate that. One of the things, obviously, you both serve your country, your community. Everybody knows that Marty served as a Marine. One of the things that you have done. Always faithful. Obviously, a lot of people know that Marty served as a Marine in the Battle of Fallujah in Iraq. One of the great battles that will be known in the Marine Corps, one of those passing points in Corps history. It means quite a lot to me as I retired 22 years in the United States Air Force. Marty, good for you. Awesome. One of the things that impressed me is that both Marty and Nicole serve in the community right now. Marty is serving as a firefighter. Marty, my hats off to you. That's really awesome. Now, Angelica, one of the things about you, you have no idea how proud I am of you being my sister. One of the things that always impressed me is that you are as tough as you are beautiful. Wow. One of the things that always comes back in my mind is the time that Charlene's house, parents burned down, and I remember you actually fighting the fire right then. Wow. There's very few people as tough and as beautiful as you are. Thank you. Now, here and now, you and Marty have fixed up a beautiful house for yourself. The future is bright. It really is. It is customary for an older brother like myself to give you words of wisdom, as you go on. So, I really feel that after 23 years of being happily married to Charlene, I can offer some words of wisdom to you. So, here it goes. Marty, words of wisdom to you. The thing that you always have to say, you're right there. That's right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'll keep this brief. It gives me great pleasure to invite you all to raise your glasses to those Marty and Angelica and to wish them well for the future. And long and happy marriage. Toast to you. Cheers.
Hey everyone, I'm really going to try to make this brief. My name is Walter, I'm Angelica's younger brother. Angelica, pay attention. Pay attention. We know you're drunk, pay attention. Just really briefly, I just want to to say congratulations to you both, and Marty, welcome to the family. You're a brave man. welcome. But when I first met Marty, I just want to say that my initial thoughts were, man, this guy sleeps a lot. And then I was thinking, how is this guy going to be able to keep up with my sister? So then later I found out that he's a Marine. So I said, thank God he stands a chance. So Marty, we really want to thank you for your services, but I'm glad that you're a Marine and you keep up with my sister. So, but as I got to know Marty, I got to know more qualities about Marty, and in this short speech, I can't list them all, but he's kind, he's loving, he's caring, and best of all, he makes my sister extremely happy. So for that, Marty, I want to thank you, and I can't ask for a better brother-in-law. So thanks, Marty. And just real briefly, I just want to say just a few words about my sister, Angelica. You know, thinking back on our childhood growing up, you and I were very competitive with everything that we've done. You know, and then I started realizing that never stopped, and we're still very competitive. Even last year, my sister and I entered this Navy SEAL competition, and the only thought I had in my head was, I cannot let my sister beat me. And I know if she beat me, my friends would never let me live it down. So that was my priority number one, don't let my sister beat me. So that just never, and all you guys that know Angie, as you guys refer to her, she is a tough SOB. So it's very tough to beat her. So that's priority number one. But in all seriousness, we know, everyone in here knows how tough she is on the outside, but more importantly, everyone knows how soft she is on the inside. And Angelica, I just want to say that from the bottom of my heart, I'm very lucky to have someone like you as a sister for 32 years now. I couldn't ask for a better sister. And I just want to say that, you know, we've had our ups and downs, as all siblings do. But you've always been there for my ups and downs, and I just want to say thank you for that, and also thank you for showing me the true meaning of the word sister. And yeah, thank you, I love you. So I guess at this point, you know, like my brother did, I'm supposed to share some words of wisdom or advice. I really don't have any. I just want to say, take each day as it comes and just love each other, and everything else will just happen. So I just want to say, I love you guys both very much. And Marty, welcome to the family. I love you both, and congratulations. So everyone just cheers to a happy couple.
Champagne to a horror. I know there's some Irish here, yeah? Had a shot of whiskey or something? So during this speech, I am welcoming you to at least shout or whistle whenever you feel necessary. Okay? I know some people have traveled from afar to be here tonight, so I'd like to welcome you first. Are there any New Yorkers here? Since we were 12. Ever since we were younger, we tended to do everything at the same time. We graduated high school together, had our first drinks together, as we continue to do today, as you can see, and graduated college at the same time. I received a phone call from Angelica after I had booked my wedding about 3 weeks ago that I just had. And she had asked if I didn't mind if she could get married 3 weeks after me. And I remember thinking, of course, we had done everything else together, so why not this? So here I am, a newlywed myself, toasting my best friend at her wedding. And over the years, we have had many memories of traveling together, dating, and silly things like being late to school. But the one thing you have to know about my best friend is that she's willing to go anywhere and meet anyone, and she always puts her friends first. She's a unique woman who always finds a way to surprise you. For example, she's not scared to run into fires, get sturdy for fun, jumps out of planes, and climbs 13-story buildings. A typical day for any of us, right? So now, I can be rest assured that when she's running into burning buildings, that I no longer have to worry. Because Marty is much more prepared to protect her than I am. So Marty, being as loving and confident as you are the first one that I have ever trusted to share my best friend with. And although I think there are still a few things you should know, Marty, you are entering into this marriage with a girl who can hang with the girls just as well as with the guys. Let me give you a few examples. The girls. They particularly love her and are jealous of her because every time she goes out, she's the only one who can pull off 6-inch platform heels and run in them. She can fit into every dress in Charlotte Russe or Forever 21 and doesn't have to suck it in. She's not afraid to give birth to, as she was speaking, about 9 children. And I've heard something about you two starting a small baseball team. And Marty, Angelica had selected you as head manager. So we wish you good luck with that. The boys love her because, 1, she plays football better than any guy in her firehouse. 2, she can run a marathon without any training. And 3, she's not scared to try new things. For example, I'll tell you a short story here. There was a time where we took a trip to Australia. We were hanging out in the outback. Some of the natives provided us with an experience of what the original Aborigines used to eat. They first offered us kangaroo tail, which everyone ate, and to be honest, tasted like a hamburger. And then they brought out ants and honey, a delicatessen sort. Most of us refused to eat it, but not my best friend. She was even willing to take a picture of the ant on her tongue. So I'd like to see one of the guys in this room top that. Angelica, your sense of adventure leaves a lasting impression on anyone you know. Even though our life's journey leads us in separate directions, you know you will always have a home in New York. Distance cannot part true friends. It can only make the heart grow fonder. So please raise your glass to an amazing couple that will hope to bring us many more brave, caring, and loving individuals into their already special family. I love you both and wish you all the best for many years of happiness and success. Love you, welcome.
I don't know if we're going to need refills in the crowd after 3 people talking, but I'm going to be the last one, I promise everyone. I also gave a promise that I'm not going to not read my cards, because just as many of you find tonight, I can't really do names too well, but yeah, so speech is 10 times worse. Alright, anyhow, I was so proud of my departure in over to Afghanistan that I had about a year to work on the speech. So, you know, in true Conway fashion, I started typing 2 days ago, and this is what I came up with. You know, I was also told that national competition is Susan's an English major, so, you know, we kind of forfeited by default to that one, but, you know, like I said, once again, this is what they came up with. I really have some great memories with my older brother, Martin. But probably the one that sticks out to me the most was taking time off of high school the year after September 11th. It was 2002, we went down to Paris Island, South Carolina, where U.S. Marines are made. And I watched them march across the Petros parade deck and graduate from 1st Battalion, the crew training company, battalion, as I was. At the time, I couldn't have been any prouder. I knew I was looking at a Marine and a man who would be going off to war eventually, being the state of the country. I know now that he was barely a chest hair over being a kid coming off from the islands. Me and Marty both recently closed out our dues to the Marine Corps. I should mention we also had a third conroy in the name who's down there right now, our cousin Christopher. I wish he was here with us tonight. I know Marty was as well. Inevitably, it was through the Marine Corps and friends of Marine friends of Angelica through the fire service. We were sent over with both of our battalions over to Iraq in 2006 to Fallujah. When Marty came back, that's when they made it to the Marine Corps Ball that year. It's our annual, it's like our big celebration that no one really can understand except for the Marines and honor. Who would think that the New Yorkers, I should say, plural, would unite with the crowd from Boston? It's like fire to ice, oil to water, Red Sox to Yankees. I know, Marty, I know that you mirrored your marriage to Angelica as you had your service that you gave our nation. Every ounce of the sacredness and the honor we reflected to the military and the Marine Corps that we all love in this country, you're going to put into that marriage. The aforementioned symbolism involving our Corps, I want to close up the speech to my brother Martin, Angelica, and everyone else here. Marty, to you and Angelica, I say simplify. It's short, the Latin English translation is Semper Fidelis, which means always faithful. It's our Marine Corps motto as well. It's something we say a lot. I know you'll always be faithful to one another from this very night in this hall for the rest of your marriage. I just wanted to say that. So death do you apart. Again, simplify and God bless. Everyone raise your glass for one last toast.
Steve forgot to say thank you to Bud. I'm sure you meant it because he's been showing all of our visitors, everything that he has in him these past few days. Thank you all for traveling here, coming here. I know a thing or two about traveling. I know how hard it can be, how difficult it can be to arrive at your destination. But it's all about the fun and being on your way. And if there's just one thing I can say to my two lovebirds in the back of this room, it's about patience. Martin, you have no patience. I wish I could try to just give you some in a box, but it doesn't work that way. I have no patience myself, but I'm sure that there's patience deep down inside of you somewhere at your core. So just reach down there whenever you find yourself short of patience. And Angie, you're looking the most beautiful tonight. Patience, you have even less of it, Angie. But I know that with Martin's help and both of you together, we'll grow, and you'll use that patience whenever you get into a tango. They say it takes two to tango, but you need one person with a lot of patience to get you out of that, and eventually I know you'll help each other along your way as you live your life, and I wish you the best of luck with that. Thank you very much, everybody.